Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Friday Mic On. With you today, my Sarah, as the host of this segment. We are back with another new episode this week. And I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Hopefully you guys have had your dinner, and if you haven't, you can enjoy this session while having one, okay? So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this session with everyone. So without further ado, I would like to welcome our special guest for today. We don't have one or two, but three amazing guests. So let us welcome them. The first guest we have Iman Afiq. He is the vice president from Utem's debate club, and our first beloved guest will answer a serious question, which is, should you be debating? And then we have Arief Akmal. He is one of the members of Debate Club. And the topic of choice is debate is healthy. So don't raise your voice, improve your argument. And last but not least, we have a mystery guy who loves to be called Smug. And he will be sharing some of his good tips on winning a debate. So I bet all of you guys are excited because I'm excited as well to hear the sharing on our chosen topics for discussion today. We are truly honored to have them with us today to deliver their wonderful speeches. So without further ado, let us welcome them. Hi guys, welcome. How are you?
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello,
Lovely
good. I'm
today.
good.
Have you
Nice to
guys had
be
your
here.
dinner yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, already.
Alhamdulillah, tabarakallah. That's good to hear. So tell us a little bit background about yourself.
All right, I'll go first. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iman Afiq, the vice president of the debate club. It's a pleasure to be on the show this evening. I thank you for everyone joining us for their time.
Hello. I'm Arief, one of the member of the debate club, and I was specifically chosen by the vice president to give a speech in this lovely show. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mark. I would like to say thank you for the vice president and his fellow member to invite me. And I'd like to say that I like anime.
All right, wonderful. So without further ado, they are going to give speeches all about debate for your future. So for those who are interested to try debating but are not quite sure how to, then let us hear it from them. The screen is yours, guys.
Thank you. As you've heard, my topic right now is, should you be debating? Well, let's begin with the fact that debating is indeed healthy despite what some people think. Tell me, when you are stressed out, what do you do? Do you have a hobby? Do you like sports? Do you like games? Maybe some drawing or writing. Well, some people don't have an outlet for that stress. Do you know what happens to them? Their stress builds up until to a point where it reaches the boiling point, where they start debating and
Okay, welcome back. Are you Iman? Are you okay? Okay, I think Arif Akmal can start first. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. The screen is yours, Arif.
All right. Thank you. Now I will continue with my topic. Debate is healthy. Do not raise your voice and improve your argument. Now, before I start, I want to ask a simple question. What do you think about debate? Some people think when they hear a debate, they think it's just two people or more arguing with each other about meaningless topic. And they also said that debate is hard, which is true sometimes. So I will discuss it all there in this speech. First, I will discuss why debate is healthy. Next, do not raise your voice. And finally, improve your argument. First of all, some of you might disagree, but how debating is healthy? To answer your question, when you are debating, it exercises our social skill. Ever since the pandemic, how many of you had a human interaction? And no, your parent does not count. Many people are unable to communicate because they just forgotten how to get along with another person. So with debate, you have someone to communicate and exchange your high tier language that you learn in school to make your opponent lose. Other than that, it will also help during your job interview for those who have finished their college or university. They won't stutter because they already have the confidence to talk with. Next point, do not raise your voice. I know some of you want to release your inner Karen to tell them how wrong they are, but please do not yell. It will only leave a bad impression on you. When you raise your voice, it will imply that you are a rude person and that you are self centered, meaning that you only think about yourself, that you are right and no one else is right. We should not raise our voice because we should respect our opponent and also as a consideration for the judge that may have hearing problem. Finally, instead of letting your inner Karen take over, maybe you should actually improve your argument. How you ask? Well, instead of letting your ego to win the debate, maybe you should actually research about the debate itself, the topic that you are debating, instead of throwing lies in with your mouth. When you know a fact and your opponent gave a false info, you can correct them with the knowledge you gain from the research you research. This will turn the tide to your favor and it will show your opponent is just lying through their teeth. In conclusion, debate is healthy as long as you know what you are doing. Do not raise your voice because you will be a nuisance to others. And lastly, improve your argument so you don't make a fool of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arief Akmal. That was amazing. Okay, welcome back, Iman. Are you ready for your speech?
Okay, yes, I am
The
ready.
screen
Sorry
is
for the
yours.
technical
Okay.
difficulties earlier, ladies and gentlemen. I shall continue where I left off. When people gain a certain amount of stress, they reach a certain boiling point. And when that point is reached, they release it like a volcano. And just like a volcano, it can destroy anything and everything in its path, including themselves. So, what do we do to stop ourselves from erupting? It's simple. We don't. We simply release some of that stress before it ever reaches that point. Now, if we are not careful, this could be very well problematic and dangerous. But I believe that debating is a good and safe way for us to release that stress. Before I go any further, allow me to ask a question once more. What do you think a debate is? Is it an argument? Is it a discussion? Is it a fight? Well, my answer to that is that it can be all of those things. But most importantly, I believe it's just good fun. Reason being is that you're releasing your thoughts out to the world without bottoming anything up. You're not trying to hide anything. You're just letting everyone know what you're thinking. That's why I joined the debate club. It's just fun. And some people may believe that you need like a serious topic for debating, like politics or laws. That is not true at all. Debates don't have to be so serious. It could be about who's the hottest celebrity right now, or what song is number one. It could even be why Squid Game is overrated right now. See, all right, of course, I'm joking. But even then, you people were ready to give an answer the moment I uttered that sentence. Now, if there are some people who still don't believe that they themselves can debate, I want them to think back. Think back to when I started asking questions and ask yourself, did you not debate with yourself about your answers to my question? When you have to make a decision in life, do you not debate with that little voice in your head and decide what's the best choice? Debating is something we do every day, and really, that's a good thing. But if you are still worried that you need to be good at debating and only then you want to start debating, then know this. If you wish to be good at debating, you must seem completely calm on the outside and must have a reasonable, well, reason. It doesn't matter if you're screaming internally inside As long as you look calm on the outside, your opponent will find it difficult to break you. Finally, remember, a debate does not necessarily end when your opponent changes their mind. It ends when both sides have reached a conclusion. Now, their conclusion may differ. We may never know. But what we do know is what happened during the debate. Both sides release what they knew into the world as much as they know what is true. So there's until there was a point, there was no reason for them to push any further. So relax and debate whether or not you will remember this for years to come. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Iman. That was mind blowing. So now we have a mystery guy, or it's called Smug. The screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. As for introduction says, I'll leave that upon your own interpretation. The lovely lads handling this whole interview decided to call me MG at first, for some odd reason. For all I know, it could just be magnesium. Well, it doesn't matter to be honest. That's all up to interpretation. So let's begin my speech on tips to winning a debate. Firstly, I would like to begin with one's inner confidence. I like to share a quote by a man that I really look up with high regards. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not your enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. Well, I hope that got through someone at the very least. As Sun Tzu has stated, to win a war, you need to know your enemy and yourself. A debate is, in a way, a form of war, not necessarily a war bathed in blood, but a war of words and intellect. I will talk upon the enemy soon enough, but I would like to point your attention to yourself. How well do you know yourself? Do you stutter your words when you're called upon? Or are you that type of person who punches his or her way, metaphorically speaking, through all life's problems that was shoved right in front of them? To put it shortly, know yourself and know what you are confident at. Play to what you feel is very well you, and be very honest with it. Because I can be honest with all of you that I am not a person that is very confident with himself when giving speeches. I am a lazy, very social anxiety. I'm a very social anxiety person who somehow manages to survive through his academics while feeling very, very bored and empty doing it. I'm wearing a plague doctor mask, for goodness gracious, and yet here I am, talking to you all, the audience, with this borrowed confidence I give myself. Well, what does this have to do with the topic? To actually transition to my next point, that is, if you can believe in yourself, well, then why not a persona of yourself? Why not have some fun with your arguments with a slight tinge of deception? To quote Sun Tzu, all warfare is based on deception. Hence, when we are able to attack, we must seem unable. When using our forces, we must appear inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe that we are far. When we are far, we must make him believe that we are near. What does this have to do with my point? Quite little, actually. Or is it? Up to your interpretation. I'm just a big Sun Tzu fan, maybe. I don't know. But what I have to say is that have you ever heard of a speech or read a text maybe? Doesn't need to be real life. It could be from your favorite novel, anime, movie, or game, so on and so forth. What I'm asking of you is that have you ever been moved by it? Feel a certain way? Like that person resonates with you. If there is that, why not play that person? If you can't play yourself, play someone who could. As debates, although factual and tense, it similarly resembles a literacy play, both a tragedy and a comedy. Put in those passionate emotions of yours into your words. Embolden them if you must. Lower them if need be. Or maybe have some of the sudden stops in your talk. Create the atmosphere you believe could captivate your audience. Lastly, I would like to bring up on what I stated on my first point. Know your enemy. I'm not talking about stalking his or her social media profile like an absolute creep, but to a more analytical and practical point of view. As a debate, it's like a game of chess, or maybe five-dimensional chess. Have you ever played it? It's a pain. Just don't. But if you get to what I'm alluding to, is that anticipate your opponent's counter argument, their movements, their rebuttal to your argument. As the debate is a battle of perspective, then why not look at it from that very angle? Always be open minded and try to see from their perspective what drives them to give their own argument. That is what it means to know your enemy. Well, yet again, it is all up to your interpretation. In conclusion, what's the point of all of this? I don't know. It's their choice to have a person in a plague doctor mask to give an advice spot on debating. Maybe some of you got out. Maybe some of you got something out of this speech. Maybe not at all. If there is something that you got out from my speech, then I thank thee for listening. There is actually no surefire way to win a debate. It depends on how you see the world and how you think others see the world. Then again, it's all up to your interpretation. Thank you.
Inshallah, tabarakallah, that was amazing as expected of the debate theme. So before we end our live session, I would like to read some of the questions from our viewers. I believe our viewers have amazing questions to you guys. So let's find out. Wait. Okay, someone asked, Smug, can I ask you, debate is hard or easy to people based on speaking to your rival?
Come again?
I think what he meant is that is debate easy or hard based on the people, based on your rival?
It depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for my interpretation, because you need to understand if that person maybe, I'm not saying like that person is, he needs to be somewhat predictable. Maybe he is unpredictable. It depends on your situation. How
Mm-hmm.
are you playing your games? How are you playing your cards? Like I tell you, debate is literally a factful drama in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's somewhat predictable. It's somewhat very easily anticipated. It can be a debate about anything. Like later, we're going to debate about what games we're going to play. It's something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you so much, Smart. Let's ask Iman. So, our advisor, Madam Judy, asks, can we debate about which shawl I should wear for class this Monday?
Yes, absolutely. No problem whatsoever.
Okay, and last but not least, will Smug eventually unmask himself for for the sake of this show?
I will pull a Kakashi. Like behind this mask will be another mask.
All right, thank you so much, guys, for the amazing session. That was it. Um, I want to thank the viewers as well because for sticking around with us. And please join us on the same day, same time, same platform on Friday Mic on next week. So, bye. Thank you, guys. Capturing greatness.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for your time, lads.
Good
Sayonara.
night.
Oh God.
Oh, technical difficulties right off the bat. Holy hell.